Morning all. This next video is going to be a review of this splitter, which me, Dad and Colin made back in sort of the winter time, February, March time. I think a lot of the videos that you'll see we made. It's probably the last bit of footage we got of my dad, you know, before he sort of took a turn for the worst. As you'll see in the first video, that was actually the 8th of February, and you can see how good he is. He's out here working, but obviously by the 6th of June he had passed away. But I thought that I'd put the video together for you so you can see it in all its glory. Since we bought this machine, it's been up there with the Bobcat as one of the best machines we bought. Could even be the best machine. It splits virtually every single bit of wood you put through it. This machine will split. One of the main reasons I wanted to do the video was because when I was looking at getting it, or we was looking at getting it, you type in the AMR Bogans Blitz 28 ton splitter and it comes up, but a lot of the time AMR or people that have got it are just putting softwood through, so like your pine, your larch, things like that. Not only softwood, straight wood. We all know that a splitter is going to split a straight bit of wood. What people, I believe, that are buying a machine like this want to know is just how big and how knotty and how bent and how ugly will this machine split, bits of wood will this machine split. So hopefully this video should help anybody wanting to buy one of these to understand what it will do. I already, before we even start, my feelings are clear on this. As I've said, it's one of the best machines we've ever bought. It's a phenomenal splitter, and I just wish my dad was still here in this position, being able to push the levers. But here's some action. A nice big lump of ash, probably I'd say near 10 inches in diameter, 9-10 inches. But it's straight, that is the main thing. A straight bit like that, no problem for that splitter whatsoever. That will split that all day long, every day. This lump here is actually seasoned chestnut, and it's pretty straight, so it won't be, bloody hell, it won't be a test for it. What are we, probably getting up near 11-12 inches in diameter. It won't be a test for it, but I just wanted to show you the size of what it's capable of doing. Chestnut, not very hard for it to split. Again, it's easy, but this is a splitting review, so I like to show you all bits of wood, because you'll get someone say, "Oh, have you done chestnut?" "Yeah, we've just done chestnut." Yes, I know it splits well, but it splits better with that than what it does an axe. Just going to film this bit because it's got a slight bend in the wood. A slight curve there,
just to show you what happens when there's a slight curve in about an 8-inch diameter. Again, no trouble splitting that sort of wood. When we got this machine, we was told, what's the point in a log lift? Here's the point. Oh, you don't need that, they said. One finger. Oh, you won't need a log lift, they said. What's the point in one of them? That's the point. The point in a log lift is I'm now not tired. He is always tired. And he was tired about 2 hours ago. But we're not exhausted. Fair test. They don't always split brilliant. I think he'll snap that bit off, Colin. If he kept pushing, I think that'll have that. Yeah, I think it'll have it off. I think it will. Go on, keep going. I think it'll have it. Lovely. Going to take this corner. This is a good bit to test. It's easy to show you bits that split easy, but even better to show you bits that don't. Don't it? Sometimes it's best just to let it fall. So these big bits, sometimes they can take up to 15 minutes. What you want once it breaks through that knot each. Obviously once it's at them manageable bits, it's easy enough. Look, we've got all sort of manageable bits. We chuck them into that cage because they won't go through the Quatramat. Well, they will do, but when you've got a saw bench that will cut the, you know, the Quatramat likes nice stuff. I'm just looking at that bit, but I would show you it split it, but I'll show you, we'll come back to it. Right, I've put this bit on its back because that will split the weak, it will show the weakness where the pressure is pushing this in, and obviously this comes in. Down the middle. Much better on their back. So got it, see if it will split on its back. That one won't that time. Because it wanted to go at an angle. See? Sometimes it's just about catching. You can get it just right on the splitter. then you'll split it. It don't really matter how big it is, you'll split it, but sometimes the shape and sort of size of the log won't allow you to get it right on the splitter. So bendy bits like this, like that, no good for the Quatramat. So that goes through the Bindenberg saw bench along with the rest of that. No different, all ends up being sold. See, that's a slight bend, but that will go through. JD. More bits to test. This review video has spread over so many months, but I just feel like you need to see a bit more wood being split, so have a look at this lot. There we are. That is the AMR Bogan Splits 28-ton wood splitter. I have to say, I think the first video clip on this video, it was in February. Dad was here pushing the levers and it was freezing cold. Now it's July, it's boiling hot. But me and Colin have just split all of that and that on the bundler up. But just to, you know, because it's alright showing you what wood it's capable of splitting, but sometimes it's best to show you as well sort of a inside video on the levers and everything about it. So basically it's the best machine ever, basically. So that ram, these here, to transport it, I'll start to transport. Transportation is perfect. These pins come out, they just lift up, that lifts up. We don't ever fold it back up, we leave it in this position, and then the whole ram itself slides all the way down to the splitting bar. This, everything tucks all up. This table here, this folds up, folds up all the way at 90 degree, and then obviously the legs pull out and tuck in, and obviously this log lift tucks up, and you have that chain there that you can put in the corner of that, and it holds it into place. I can honestly say we bought this machine not knowing what it would be like, because you see every review of this machine I've seen, they only ever try softwood out on it. I've only ever seen softwood tried on splitter, because softwood splits nice. You know, straight softwood is easy, straight hardwood is easy, but people, if you're like me, when I wanted to buy this machine, I wanted to see what it did against knotty stuff, because for straight wood, that's what you have log splitters for, log processors for. For knotty wood, that's what you want for a splitter for. I wanted a splitter big enough that I didn't have to cut the bits down to size, so you can get a good well over a metre on there. And I also wanted something that I didn't have to keep lifting the wood up to. I know it's lazy, but sometimes with logging, it's about finding the easiest way. It's, you know, so many people say it's about speed. It is about speed, but at the same time, you want to make sure the easiest, because it's so labour intensive. Don't wear your body out, man. Do not wear your body out. So in terms of transportation and what this machine can do, it's 20 out of 10. The greatest invention I've ever seen on the machine is this hydraulic splitting bar, controlled by this lever here. No, this lever here. This lever here controls the splitting bar. This controls the log deck. So if I was to push that down, and the good thing about it is, you know, you can have it in any position. When you have the log processors like my one, the Hackett Pilker Falcon 35, it's got the notch system, so that you can only technically have the splitting bar in each set notch, which is okay, but it's not as good as hydraulic splitting bar, because the hydraulic splitting bar, you can lift it up and pull it down when you like, unless obviously there's a log underneath one of the leaves that stick out. It's a phenomenal machine. There really isn't too much to it. These two, you have to push both forward that way for the ram to come out. If you pull one back, the ram will stop, and the ram comes back on its own anyway. You can get it to stop in position by just pulling one back. It will stop when it's fully extended. Pull them both back, give them one little notch back, the whole ram will come back to the starting position, or to where you stop it. So if you're doing like little 9-inch logs that only come to about here, you haven't got to pull the ram hasn't got to go all the way back to come out again, which is ideal, because, you know, we sometimes, if we've got 9-inch logs, we'll line them up, you know, one by one or whatever. It's a phenomenal machine, it really is. I hope that by showing you the wood that it can split, to be honest, I haven't even shown you a real testing bit. I mean, obviously we've had bits that test it. Funny enough, when we started, I had the International on it, and the first bit of wood I pushed through, it stopped, and I thought, what's wrong with that? I think it's something wrong with the PTO on the International, because we used to have it on that and it used to work fine. I've got it on the 5465, and I don't know, I couldn't tell you what revs. Well, I could tell you. I think it's about 200 RPM in there that it's on. Don't know, whatever the lowest revs are. So you don't need a lot of revs at all. It just pushes. It'll split anything. It is a wonderful machine, the best machine we've ever bought, and I fully recommend buying it. The only thing you've got to remember is the only way is up. The only way to split wood is the Uckham way. See you all soon.